Now I think I might venture to say that this will be a different fight because we have two kickboxers going against each other. We might have a pure kickboxing match, and right now we see it. Kickboxing, it's official now, versus kickboxing. And you hear the music in the background. The next bout's about to go. They're going a little bit longer than we thought. Right now, Orlando Beat is making his way through the smoke, through the machines. Orlando is a favorite of many experts. The talk of the cocktail parties before was, watch this guy, and I quote, watch how dangerous this man is and how well trained he is. And I'll tell you about the focus. I talked about Pat Smith before, Jim. This guy very close.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, and look at those abdominals.
He's ready. He's ready. 7 years in the ring. He's the gladiator, they call him. Check it out.
And let's hear from Orlando right now, talking about Ultimate Fighting 2.
I'm Orlando Beat, Thai boxing world champion. We're gonna have some fun in the Ultimate Championship. See you. Hey.
Seems like a very affable guy, a very nice guy. Time for fighter number 2 in this preliminary round. Robert Lucarelli, an American kickboxer who says, hey, I know I'm a little bit heavier, but I like the fact that I'm a little bit heavier for this. From upstate New York, he was a silver medalist in the Empire State Games. And yes, intercollegiate wrestling as well as kickboxing will come into play. And Jim, you mentioned there's a pattern developing. This guy can grapple.
Well, he'd probably end up doing that.
He better. That's what he needs to do. I think if he's going to match his skills against Orlando Beat and they aren't working for him, he can take him to the ground.
And here's Robert Lucarelli talking about this event and why he's here to begin with.
I'm Bob Lucarelli. I'm an American kickboxer, and I'm here to win the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
All right, very simple, very concise, and has to be, and you have to trust me on this, one of the great guys in this event, very affable. He'll talk to you all day. And right now, someone else who will talk to you all day, Rich Goins, for the fighter introductions. Rich?
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5th bout of the Ultimate Fighting Championship Part 2. Please welcome your competitors. First, a 4th-degree black belt in American kickboxing, fighting out of the blue corner. Our next fighter stands 6'2" and 245 pounds. From Schenectady, New York, show a big Denver welcome for the Warrior, Bob Lucarelli. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. From Nancy, France comes the 1993 Muay Thai kickboxing world champion in the 168-pound division with an impressive record of 54-9-12. By KO, he has dominated the world of Thai boxing for 7 years. Fast as lightning, please welcome Orlando, the Gladiator, Beat.
Now, Robert hasn't competed in a while. That's got to be a little bit nerve-wracking for him.
He says he likes low kicks, knees, elbows, and headbutts.
Might be the first kick we've seen today.
Big kicks, big strong man.
Oh, he's down. So it's Lucarelli on top. Orlando Beat was posturing, trying to size him up, but he finds himself on his back, able to reverse.
Orlando is very quick. Now that's a choke. He can be choked out that way, even though that one arm is exposed. The other left arm is straight. If he applies the right pressure and gets the other arms tucked in, he can choke him out.
Yeah, you talk about Lucarelli being a wrestler. Right here, we're seeing it. This looks very reminiscent of intercollegiate wrestling, of course, without the hair pulling.
This is where survival takes in, right?
Yeah. You just don't. It is a question of what will you do to stay alive in this tournament.
Orlando's very strong. He's brought his arm down in a downward position. He's shifted it. Orlando is tough. What a great kick.
Did he tap out? I think he tapped out. I think he tapped out. I think he tapped out.
No, he did not.
He did not.
No. The corner's going to have to stop this.
Orlando Beat.
Awesome power. Awesome power.
What a fight.
Unbelievable.
Could have went either way for a while. Orlando Beat praying, and I'll tell you, it could have went either way early on. He looked like he was in trouble, and then he never lost his confidence, however.
He used his speed, his power, to shift his weight, to get out from the mounted position. It was really incredible how he shifted this fight.
Hey, Jim, yeah, we're going to go back to replay, but I got to go back. Remind me, I got to ask you something about competition. Orlando beat right there. Obviously a reversal.
That's what changed
reversal
the
of
fight.
fortunes. This is where I thought he was tapping out. Was he just reaching? Right there I thought was tapping out, but he wasn't, obviously.
No.
But he's obviously helpless.
This is where he turned it on, right here.
Yeah.
This is where he turned into the gladiator.
And Robert
Yes.
never gave up his corner, said that's about it. Didn't see any way he could reverse his
Well,
fortunes.
Robert couldn't give up.
The fight's
Couldn't
really
give up.
over at this point. Crushing guy. What a specimen. Awesome power.
It's hard for me to imagine someone in superior shape than Orlando beat.
Yes.
Well, that was a wonderful fight.
Yeah, it was a wonderful fight, and two men preserved their energy. Jim, what about the thrill of competition? People don't understand how two fighters who could want to win here could hug each other at the end of the match.
Well, that's what gladiators are all about. You're very happy to have competed, and you know you've been beaten, and you respect your opponent.